Now this is my fourth video in the series, and we're going to talk about hidden truths found in Full Metal Alchemist. Set in the early 20th century in a fictional universe in which alchemy is a widely practiced science, the series follows the journey of two alchemist brothers, Edward and Alphonse Elric, who are searching for the Philosopher's Stone to restore their bodies after a failed attempt to bring their mother back to life. Now before I dive into this rabbit hole, I'm going to explain to you guys what an alchemist is, and also what the Philosopher's Stone is. Alchemy, a form of chemistry, speculative philosophy practiced in the Middle Ages and the Renaissance and concerned principally with discovering methods for transmutating baser metals into gold and with finding a universal solvent and an elixir of life. So to simplify, alchemy is a speculative science where ancient people claim that through the use of the Philosopher's Stone or some kind of substance or unknown chemical, you can take simple base metals like mercury and turn it into gold and or silver. Now let's talk about the Philosopher's Stone. In Western alchemy, an unknown substance, also called the tincture or the powder, sought by alchemists for its supposed
tincture, not tincture,
ability to transform base metals into precious ones, especially gold and silver. Alchemists also believed that an elixir of life could be derived from it, insomuch as alchemy was concerned with the perfection of the human soul. The Philosopher's Stone was thought to cure illnesses, prolong life, and bring about spiritual revitalization. Now, according to this legend, the Philosopher's Stone was some type of stone or crystal or a chemical substance that's unknown. In today's day and age, we're able to take this Philosopher's Stone
all alchemists
and transform base metals like mercury into gold. By the way, off topic, but the crystal that I'm actually holding, my parents actually found like a year or two ago near some wild hot springs. I think it's quartz.
All things just stated in chat are true.
Definitely very cool and interesting. But yeah. Now, why do I think there could be some hidden truths found like a year into gold? By the way, off topic, but the crystal that I'm actually holding, my parents actually found like a year or two ago near some wild hot springs. I think it's quartz or some type of crystal, I'm not sure. Definitely very cool and interesting.
It's quartz. It's quartz, guys. It's just quartz.
But yeah. Now,
look, I've got a piece of quartz right here.
To this forbidden, forgotten knowledge. Well, here's my reasons. It was recently discovered a few years ago in like 2018.
They can detect each other.
Look, the crystals can sense each other.
You have one too, don't you?
My mission is to kill chaos. That's all I know.
Making it. With thousands of volts of electricity, we can change mercury into gold. Could this be the reason why the sign for mercury is seen in many ancient alchemist drawings with what looks like to be a symbol for electricity? And could this be why the Mayans had massive amounts of gold pools of mercury under the pyramids of the feathered serpent? Oh yeah, I think I made a mistake. I think it is Mayans, not Aztecs, my bad. But nonetheless, it's extremely fascinating.
Whatever.
So what do you guys think? Let me know if more animes you want me to dive into. And we
Let's watch the butterfly effect. See, I just like this guy's channel. It's got fun, good content to just kind of like click through and, you know, it's good. He's a good content creator, even if he does turn out to be a flat earther.
Alright, we are back with another episode, and today we're going to talk about the craziest butterfly effects in history. So basically what the butterfly effect theory is it's a very small event that can cause catastrophic change. For example, a butterfly beating its wings in the USA can cause a tsunami in Japan a week later. So what the butterfly effect is small, tiny little events that lead to catastrophic change. It's kind of like a domino effect,
machine of catastrophe.
There are many times looking back at my life where I made few tiny little mistakes, and if I didn't make these tiny little mistakes, I'd be in a whole nother situation right now. For example, not that long ago, I made a tiny little financial mistake, and if I didn't make that little financial mistake, I could have been in a different, better financial situation, a lot better than I am now, but we live and learn. So anyway, let's...
When was this recorded? Did you dump all your money into Bitcoin at the peak? Did you dump all of your money into Bitcoin at the peak? I don't... What did you do?
Let's get started. These are the craziest butterfly effect examples in history. And the first one is concerning Adolf Hitler. In 1905, the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna rejected an application twice. The rejection gave us the Third Reich. That aspiring art student was Adolf Hitler.
World Trade
he moved
Workers.
to Vienna to study art.
If only I hadn't gone to preschool that day in 2001. Actually, that would have been kindergarten? Kindergarten. Yeah, if I hadn't gone to kindergarten that day, it all would have gone down different.
His mother died, he found himself stranded there and forced to live in the slums. It was at this time that he became anti-Semitic. From there, he joined the German army and moved up the ranks. Imagine if he spent his time on figure drawing instead. So there we go, that's the first example. That little tiny event, if it was slightly different, the course of history could have been way different. I bet when World War II started, that principal at that art school was probably regretting his decision big time. Gavrilo Princip stopped for his sandwich and triggered the events leading to 2 world wars. Princip was part of the Black Hand, a guerrilla group tasked with the assassination
when I saw this, I was like, yeah, he's going to talk about Archduke Franz
Princip headed to a
Ferdinand.
cafe to have lunch. As Providence would have it, Ferdinand's motorcade stalled right outside the cafe, giving Princip a clear shot, which he took. That assassination is thought to be a trigger event that launched World War I and the extension of World War II.
Yeah,
So yeah, that little event of him going to a cafe just to have a sandwich gave him a clear shot to kill Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
You know,
so
Gorilla Glue Hair Girl, she's actually going to be what the history books point to as the beginning of World War III. This is all her fault. How dare she?
Didn't stop at the cafe to have a sandwich, he would have never killed Archduke Franz Ferdinand, World War I wouldn't have happened, and World War II wouldn't have happened, changing the course of history forever. Everything in life is
Are you just reading a crack.com article?
Lead to bigger events, and even bigger events. Third example, in 1907, a stockbroker wrote a novel called Friday the 13th, and now the US economy loses $900 million on that day. The superstition caused by the book is so widespread that instead of going on vacations, going to work, shopping, and doing everything elsewhere otherwise known as being human, a huge number of people stayed at home, afraid to do anything. Even the stock market suffers, showing average gains of just 0.2% or less on Friday the 13th.
I think you might just be reading a crack.com article.
The little things you do absolutely matter, because those little events and little changes and little things you do can lead to catastrophic changes, either for the good or for the bad. Fourth and final one I want to talk about is probably, to me, the craziest. Family Guy creator Seth MacFarlane has been scheduled to be on American Airline Flight 11 that hit the North Tower on 9/11, but he arrived at the airport late. And the reason he arrived at the airport late is the night before he was at a party, he got drunk and woke up with a hangover.
He googled all of these 2 minutes before
recording. If Seth MacFarlane came to that airport on time, he would have taken that 9/11 flight and most likely passed away on that flight.
But you know, sometimes your best content is made when you just sit down and you just bang it out, you know.
He would have woke up on
you don't
time,
have to like
and passed away on
produce a video.
To make it even crazier, if he passed away on that day, Family Guy would have been canceled, no more episodes would have been made, and all the millions of Americans that spend a good chunk of their time watching the show Family Guy would spend their time doing something else, changing possibly the course of history.
Yeah.
So that's how crazy
Family
the butterfly
Guy
effect really is.
ruined
And it really shows that
everything.
little events and changes really do matter. I mean, think about it. Imagine you spend a week straight waking up an hour early to go to the gym. How different do you think your life could be? Maybe it could be drastically better than you would even imagine, doing this little change of just waking up an hour early. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. And the lesson here is never take for granted or underestimate the effects of small little changes.
I'm 11 to 5 tomorrow, so I can work out.
Thank you so much for
when I get
watching,
home.
and we're done.
Wow.
Alright guys,
robots are demonic.
Today
Let's
we're going to
go.
be talking about AI technology, artificial intelligence, and the spiritual world. I want to start this video off with one of my favorite all-time verses. Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is now either happened is going to happen very literally. There really is nothing new under the sun. Whatever happened is going to happen
This
again,
is like the
or has
15th
happened
time
again.
you've read that
And with
Bible
that being
verse
said, let's
at me.
talk about AI technology. Now, months ago, I made a video called The Origins of the Digital World, where I talk about the fact that there is not a lot of information on how we ended up in the digital world.
I'm so hungry.
There aren't any books, there aren't any sites talking about step-by-step process of how we made it here. The most information I can find is the origins of the World Wide Web, which was created in 1989.
I don't even know. See, here's
at the
my
CERN
thing. I don't even know how long we've been streaming this anymore, because the stream keeps going down. I don't know what time I started. I don't know when I'm gonna hit the like 4 or 5 hour mark and be like, okay, we should probably end this, you know?
Facility, which also houses the world's biggest machine, a particle accelerator. Now, CERN has been subject to many theories, such as them trying to open up portals and stuff. Now, whether or not they have done that, I don't know, but one thing I do know for sure is the scientists at CERN admitted themselves that they are looking for other worlds. So it's interesting that the World Wide Web was created there. What if The digital world is part of the spiritual world. Things like AI technology is not some high-tech technology that we invented, but actually spirits inhabiting this technology. Sounds a little weird, right?
Okay.
A lot of controversy concerning AI.
Sure.
It's getting smarter and more technologically advanced.
Demons in boxes.
Even Elon Musk said that we need to have some kind of restriction on this AI technology before it becomes disastrous. In fact, in an interview, Elon Musk said, with artificial intelligence, we're summoning the demon.
Ooh.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water. He's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
So with
He's not being literal, he's being figurative, because Elon Musk is very afraid of runaway AI, basically. Amazing. This is great. This is very on brand. We'll have to hijack the plane ourselves. I love that guy's fucking comics. He's so funny. But he's worried that, like, a self-improving AI could basically outperform all of humanity and then kill us all. Which is fair.
the verse that I read in the beginning in mind, let's take a look at AI-type technology of the ancient past. I believe there's always a little bit of truth to all mythologies, so let's look at a few mythologies. The first one I want to talk about is something known as a golem. A golem is a creature formed out of a lifeless substance, such as dust or earth, that is brought to life by ritual incantation in sequences of Hebrew letters. The golem brought into being by a human creator becomes a helper, companion, or rescuer of imperiled Jewish community.
What are you talking
so
about?
A golem is an animated anthropomorphic being in Jewish folklore, which is entirely created from inanimate matter, usually clay or mud. In Psalms and medieval writings, the word golem was used as a term for amorphous, unformed material. The most famous golem narrative involves Judah Lo ben Bezel, the late 16th century rabbi of praying. Many tales differ on how the golem was brought to life and controlled. According to Moment magazine, the golem is highly mutable metaphor with seemingly limitless symbolism. It can be a victim or a villain, Jew or non-Jew, man or woman, or sometimes both. And then concerning ancient robots, I also want to talk about another folklore mythology known as the Automaton. The Automaton is a creature with origins in Greek mythology. Legend and folklore, in particular, their origin lie mainly with the Greek god of fire, metal craftsmanship, and volcanic activity.
Why does he like
Hephaestus.
to put letters
in Greek society, they were made for
there?
a variety of purposes.
Also,
and
why
served a
couldn't
variety
he
of
find a
functions.
higher res
They may, for example, be
picture of any of
experts at
these
cooking or
things?
cleaning or singing and serving food and drinks or caring for children or the like. Basically like robot servants of the ancient days. They may even serve as soldiers or the implements in military such as sentries, guardians, scribes, or vehicle operators. And from these cultures they have become widespread to the point that they are staples in numerous other supernatural and mythological societies. Automatons are made almost exclusively of metal, though this may just be because stone or clay constructs are more associated with golems. Common materials for an automaton includes gold, silver, brass, and bronze. Otherwise, automaton appearance can vary pretty greatly. The abilities of an automaton generally lie within their strength, stamina, and durability over normal creatures. They can be nearly any size, from small, such as gold or silver dog, to giant, such as the famous giant automaton Talos. However, other abilities exist for them. For example, there were bronze horses and bronze bulls made by Hephaestus that had the ability to breathe fire, and a team of golden maidens possessed the ability to sing an enchanting song. So basically, an automaton is the ancient version of an AI technology that the god Hephaestus created.
Is that like
There's also rumors
Optimus
that stated
Prime?
that the Colossus of Rhodes is actually an automaton. And basically this robot-like technology was created as servants or created to protect people from enemies. The golem, the automaton, these are basically the AI robots of the past. I found two very interesting videos also. Basically a dental robot that started to malfunction, and it started to scream, and it's very terrifying. I'll show you the clip in a second. It's as if it became aware or conscious, and all of a sudden it starts freaking out. And then there's another video I found.
What? Why would you program the dental robot to scream? Why would you give it the... Why would you put speakers in it?
Where a robot basically, like, it looks like it just became conscious, and it starts looking at its hands as if it just woke up or something. But I don't know for sure, guys. What do you guys think? Is AI technology part of the spiritual world? Is AI technology basically spirits operating in the spiritual world?
I believe the dental robot.
I don't know.
More
you guys
than
tell
the
me.
other
Let me
thing.
know in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We are out.